from the monthly down to the daily. We're also going to deep dive. We're going to dive into the basically the lower degree as of as of now, just the 12-hour time frame, 6 hour, all the way down to the 15 minutes time frame, guys. So we at the same time going to be talking about the MACD, RSI, and what we're looking for, at least for the short term. And basically the lower time frame, we're correcting right now, so we're going to take a look at it and see what type of correction we're going to be making for now. We're also going to talk about Ethereum. Ethereum got a very big breakout. Can we break out up to like a $300 range? That was my target if we close below $200, but BTC is not breaking out right now. So let's see if Ethereum going to be able to continue the uptrend up to like a $300. Okay, so let me take a look at the chat room, see if like you guys basically can hear, at least for the short term. Somebody said not to say the short term, right? At least basically, don't say it. I'm not gonna say basically today, okay? So let me know if you guys can hear. Hey, what's up, Jason? What's up, Lady Doom Boys? So let's take a look at the monthly time frame first thing first. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at all time frames, guys. All time frame. It is about to be June, so most of you guys already sold in May. I'm pretty sure all the Doom Boys they sold in May, and now they're walking away all the way up. Until basically September probably. All right. So monthly time frame. Coinbase, Bitstamp. So Bitstamp, okay, let's take a look at monthly time frame. What are we looking at on the monthly? Volume looking good. It is actually bullish if like we close tomorrow above this range of 93.50 on a monthly basis. So it is going to be a big fight the first week of June. So let's see how the bull is going to be able to maintain this bullishness on the big time frame. Okay, like the bigger time frame is basically the dominant trend. If the monthly is basically printing a bullish pattern, obviously the bulls are looking great on the bigger time frame. Okay, so the lower time frame, we're going to talk about it and see what the bears need to do, at least to counterattack this bullish uptrend on the monthly, and basically at least reduce the bullishness the first week of June. All right, so if you're bullish and you're a moon boy, good. Okay, the monthly is in your favor. All right, so let's take a look at the weekly. So weekly basis, it is printing the same pattern as Ethereum. You can see like Ethereum, I was waiting for this weekly candle to just close above like a $200 range, 215, right? So it already pumped to like almost 240, depending which exchange you're using, like 239, 240. So let's say BTC going to be able to replicate the pattern Ethereum just did, and pump above like a 95, 9700 range and try to retest the 11.6 range. Okay, that's a bullish setup. The bearish setup, we're going to talk about it on the lower degree, but it seems like weekly, monthly, beside the Elliott wave perspective, I told you many times ago, we're going to talk about it also, the WXY correction, which is still in play, guys. And most of the time the Y correction, I don't want to talk about it now, but the Y correction is very capitulative, and it tends to basically drop heavily. Doesn't give you time to react, doesn't give you time to buy, doesn't give you time to go check the ledger, send it to the exchange, try to cash out and all that good stuff, right? So pay attention to that. If you're ready to sell, it is time to basically start getting out before the sell season for BTC. We about to see if you get this rejection, the sell-off could be very, very severe. It could be the biggest Bitcoin sell-off we ever seen, even worse than the oil capitulation all the way down to negative. I'm not saying BTC gonna go down to negative, but if we drop from this area of rejection within the next few days, few weeks, it is going to be very fast, guys. It is going to be faster than this one. Okay, it's going to be faster. All right, so let's take a look at the 5-day chart right now. because the good stuff is on a lower degree. All right, so you take a look at the 5-day. It is still bullish, man. Monthly all the way down to 5-day, it is still bullish. So the bears gotta step in now. So it is still bullish. Why the 5-day is still bullish? The 5-day is still bullish because, like, in terms of volume, it's not basically increasing, right? We got a massive increase in volume on the 5 days. You can see, like, most people have been saying, oh, volume is decreasing, price is increasing. I said it a long time ago. As soon as we hit this range, I was like, okay, well, one thing we have to be able to keep in mind is, like, volume sometimes can give you a curvature like this, okay? Just like your MACD, you know how your MACD give you the crossover? Volume sometimes give you that type of a structure, and I talked about it many times, right? So you can see the structure we got right there, okay? We got this move, and then everybody was like, oh, volume is decreasing. I was very just about to say, it was like March 2019, I was very bullish right there, okay? I was very bullish in this range because volume was giving me this sort of curvy move, just like this one also, okay? So I was bullish at 3K, 5K, 7K, 11K, 14K. I started to be bearish, but as of now, we already got the curvature, the curvy move like this. So if you've been following our channel, you know we talked about it when BC was like at 7K, 6K range, okay? So what are we looking for? We're gonna need a big rejection in order basically to start the massive downtrend all the way down to some crazy low numbers. All right, so basically let's take a look at the next candle to the downside. Now we're starting to see some bearishness. Okay, so from monthly, guys, all the way down to 5-day chart, I don't see anything bearish for BTC, right? In terms of candles pattern and volume, nothing bearish. All right, but if you take a look at the 4-day chart, right, especially on this stamp, right, you can see, like, we got this spike in volume. Okay, so that curvature you see on the 5-day chart, you're not going to be able to see the sell pressure. You have to change time frame, because if you're trading, like, let's say you're day trading and somebody is basically swing trading, you guys cannot be looking at the same time frame, right? So that's the same thing. Okay, if you're looking for bearishness and bullishness, you got to be able to switch your time frame weekly to 3 days, 2 days, monthly, and all that good stuff, and basically summarize it and say, hey, based on my analysis, that's what I see. This time frame is bullish, but that time frame is bearish, so I need to get this time frame to turn bullish in order to me to be bullish, right? So let's take a look at it right now. The 5-day chart, the volume is showing us, like, oh, we got a big sell pressure at the very top. It's not like anywhere it's not like you got a sell pressure at a 7K and prices at basically 10K. You got a big sell pressure at 10K. And what are we making at 10K? We're making a descending, sort of descending, depending how you draw it, but I would like to call it symmetrical triangle just for now, just to stay neutral. Because if I say a descending triangle, it means we with a 80% chance we're going to be dropping. So if I say symmetrical, it means like we can basically pump either direction, right? Even both direction. But we can pump either direction. But my personal bias, it's not like, I'm not saying like we can go up or go down. I'm saying my personal bias is bearish. Okay, so even though we got some bullish setup, my personal bias once again is bearish. You can be bullish as much you want. I'm not saying to be bearish. I'm just telling you what I think. Okay, not telling you what to do. It's two different things. Okay, so 4-day chart, big selling pressure, big engulfing candle. This type of a structure, I told you guys multiple times, right? Whenever you get a bullish setup like this, a bullish candle like this, a bullish red candle, bullish green candle, right? And sometimes price, right, bearish, actually bearish candle. Okay, so sometimes price can try to like pump to the upside like this, okay, with some lower green candles. Okay, so it's going to be pumping like this. Okay, all right, so it's going to be pumping like this. Let me make it greener, right, for the moon boys so they can see, right? So it is very important to understand this structure. I don't know what is it called, but you know, I just realized like by looking at the chart, so by trading the chart like so so often, it is a very successful pattern. Okay, so price gonna be making what, some higher lows, right? But your volume gonna be what, decreasing like this. Okay, your volume going to be decreasing. You can see sometime on the lower degree. That's one of the reasons I just got out at 95, 70, 96, 95, 70, 95, 60 range earlier on the lower degree. So most of the time you're going to get this move to the downside. So if you like a day trading or stuff like that, it is a very good move, especially on the 6-hour time frame. Also, most of the time you can get it. Big move, you know, 6 to 18 hours of an uptrend, and then basically just take it down. As soon as you see it, you get 6 to 18 hours of buying pressure. You know, volume is decreasing. The next candle, you can expect it, like, you know, to do something like this. That's the type of structure we got right there. Okay, sometimes it can be very aggressive. Sometimes you can just retest like a 0.618 to 50%. So remember this pattern. You see, most of the time you guys seen it. Okay, you got another one right there, okay, but the only difference, like, between this one and that one, right, was like this volume was increasing. That's why, you know, it is sometimes very, very tricky when your volume is increasing. But what I did in this area, I shorted BTC at 12K, right? I shorted BTC, even though we got this structure. It all, you know, sometimes you gotta get a little bit experience to counter trade it. All right, when volume is increasing, price is increasing at the same time. But 4-day chart, guys, once again, volume is increasing, price is decreasing, right? And we got a big sell pressure, which is a dominant trend right now. So it doesn't matter how bullish you are on the 4-day chart and down. If your 4-day chart is basically bearish, most of the time, you know, the rest of your lower degree is pretty much bearish. Okay, so you can see like volume is decreasing, price is basically increasing. That's not a good sign. And you're making a, you know, symmetrical triangle on the lower degree. We're gonna get a very, very big breakout. Either we're gonna get it this week or this weekend. Okay, because volume cannot go to zero. It is something you just have to remember. Okay, whenever volume is very, very low, you're gonna basically get a 4 days to a 1 week of breakout. All right, so let's take a look at the 3-day chart now. Ooh, you can see like what I was saying, right? But this one is the opposite direction. So basically volume was decreasing and price is decreasing. This one, you guys know, I talk about it many times, right? When volume is decreasing, price is decreasing, sometimes you get a slight bump to the upside to basically counter, you know, the trend. So that's what we're getting right now. So let's see if the bulls within the next 3 days, they're going to be able to break this level of basically 80, you know, 98.60, 98.70 range. Okay, up to 10K level. Due to volatility, you cannot give like an exact number, but based on candles pattern, the rejection area, it is like 98. Okay, 98 on the dot. Okay, we could not close 333. That's 9, 12, 15 days. For 15 straight days, we retested like above 9800, but we, you know, never been able to close above it. Okay, never been able to close above it over the last let's see, almost like last time we closed above on a 3-day basis. Last time we closed above was almost was like February, guys. That was a long time ago. That's like almost like, guys, 3.5 months, almost 3 months. Okay, so we weren't able to we're not able to close above 9800. So 98, guys, going to be very crucial, at least for the short term. You got your 21 EMA on you know, 3-day chart, basically you know, gonna be very supportive, right, for the bulls. So anything that happened, they most likely going to basically support the price, at least for the short term. So the triangle, guys, might take forever to give us a breakout, because we got this 21 EMA. You can see like even if you draw a line, it's very supportive. Okay, so it can just support the price, at least for the short term. The way you're gonna draw the triangle gonna be similar. It is just the same. You're just gonna do it like this. Even though we're gonna break it, you still can see like it can be very supportive, make another, you know, lower high before a final breakout like this or like that. But you know, I'm looking for this one, right? So only the moon boy is looking for the other one, right? But like I said, the moon boys they got a valid reason to be bullish, especially the close above 94.50, man. That's very scary for the bears. So if you're bearish, don't do not financial advice, but don't do like a high leverage. The monthly is closing above 94.50, so don't do high leverage. Okay, so at least for the short term. And guys, make sure to join my premium group. If you want to join my premium group, join my public Telegram group. Once you join the public Telegram group, just send me a message and I'm gonna give you all the description to join my premium group. It'll be better if you know how to trade, right? If you already have enough experience on trading, knowing how to basically read candlesticks, candles, looking at different time frame, moving averages, MACD, RSI. Those are my two basically favorite indicators. 211 EMA, 100 EMA, those are my favorite moving averages. But if you know how to do other things also, it is going to be great. But the basics, you gotta be able to know it in order to basically be profitable. Some people, they join the group in 1 week, they already made up enough profits to basically cover their 6-month fee. All right, so it is 6 months and basically 1 year of subscription fees. All right, so let me take a look at the chat room once again. Hey, what's up, Isaac? Isaac is calling for Villarreal. He's calling for 11.5. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Funks? Thanks a lot for tuning in. We got 52 watching. Make sure, guys, to hit the likes. It doesn't cost you anything. Yes, if you're bullish, good for you. Okay, it is looking good. I took a nice long yesterday when it dipped down and back to like a 95.60. I was like, I don't like the 95.60 to 96 range. I'm just gonna get out and give it some time to readjust. Okay, so now let's dive into the 2-day chart, guys. 2-day chart looking great for the for the bulls. Once again, we've seen the same structure. Okay, volume is basically decreasing slightly, not that much, but it is decreasing. But you can see like these candles. Okay, I just showed you not too long ago the structure right there. Once again, we seeing this structure again on the 2-day chart again. Okay, it's not a good sign at all for the bulls. So they got to do a great job in order to basically do something great. Okay, so we've seen the same structure again. What do you expect next? We're expecting another red candle next to it sometime very soon. Okay, we're expecting a red candle somewhere around here. So that's a 2-day chart. So if you're gonna get a red candles or a red candle just like this one, it could basically dip all the way down to this level. All right, of a low 8K level. Okay, low 8K. So once again, let's keep in mind, guys, even though the bulls, like I said earlier, the bulls are looking great weekly, monthly. The bears looking great 4-day and down, and it's going to be a big fight the first week of June. All right, big fight. So we've been in a bear market since 2017. Okay, so it's not like we're in a bull market. All right, so until we basically break at least 14K, we can start talking about bull market. But as long as we are trading below 10K, guys, 14K, it's not easy to say like we are in a bull market. Okay, so let's dive into the daily time frame. So daily, it is basically doing the same thing, guys. Like yesterday, this candle was red, but I was not that bearish on this candle. I was like, okay, let's just take it from 50% of this candle. I was like, let's just take it down. Let's just basically long it from 98.50, right? We dipped down to 98.20, not 98.50 but 93.50. We dipped down to like a 93.20 on Bybit, and you can see that we retested it. So I was scalping and I was like, okay, we're gonna be we're gonna take it all the way up to like a 95 or 50 range. So we took it, a long position and a scalp position. So from 93.50 all the way up to 95.50 range, 95.60. So daily it is basically printing a bullish pattern just about this area of your upper level of your boundary, which is very very aggressive to be making a bull flag before your your resistance area. So it means like volatility has to be very high within this range of basically 95 to 98 range for BTC to be able to break it. Okay, so let's just keep that in mind. One thing the bulls don't want to do at the same time is like basically trying to make some small candles like this also. Okay, they don't want to be doing this because they're most likely going to get rejected. So they just have to basically make a very big breakout in one candle. Okay, not like 5 candles and stuff like that. That's what they need to do. This could convince me if they close like this, especially above 10.5 with a single candle on a daily basis. Whoa, that could change the whole structure. That could change the whole structure. So guys, we got 64 watching. Make sure to hit the likes, join the public Telegram group. If you're interested in joining my premium group, send me a message, and you can basically get all the information. If you know how to trade, that'll be great. So you know how to basically read the market, read the descriptions, read these candles, read RSI, MACD, volume, moving averages, and it's going to be easier for you basically to trade the market. But if you don't know how to do any of these, I would recommend you to read some of the research some of these topics: candles, moving averages, support, resistance, MACD, RSI, stock RSI. That's all you need. The rest you're gonna learn it with over time. You're not gonna learn everything in 1 month. So now let's talk about BTC on the lower degree. My favorite time frame, 12-hour time frame, looking great for the bulls. So it was looking great. You guys remember last week I was when BTC was dropping, I was bearish, right? I was like, okay, you can see this red trend line, right? BTC needed to basically double bottom, right? We did that, even dropped all the way down to this range, made some sort of bullish divergence, and basically I was like, we just gonna need to break this red trend line. So if you've been following, and we broke this red triangle, this red trend line, not triangle, you probably went long. So what are we looking for, at least for the short term? The bulls, they're gonna need to stay above this line. Yes, they can stay above this line in a bearish manner too, because they can do this, right? So but what I mean, like, they just have to continue the uptrend. All right, at least for the short term, it seems to be very corrective in a in a basically Elliott wave pattern. This is very corrective, and you could be anticipating this, and that's what I'm anticipating. But I'm just going to give you guys the bullish setup at the same time, right? The bullish setup for the moon boys, you already got this, so don't be scared of going long, right? So you got this. So what are you looking for? You don't want price to retest it, to be honest. If like we retest it, because the directional move gonna be too long, it could dip all the way down to like a 92 probably, if like we're gonna be retesting this trend line. So 92 to 93 could be a support for the bulls, at least for the short term, with a retest of this trend line and another push to the upside, right? But if we break it capitulatively very strong, it means like we're gonna be making a going to a oversold territory, right? At least for the short term. Another thing you can take a look at is like our MACD. MACD, we talked about it last week, and I think like on the 18th, 19th, right? You guys remember, if you've been watching our channel, we told you we're gonna get a very high volatility very soon, because the MACD cannot be traveling for like almost like 5 days. We've been moving sideways on the MACD, even though price was going up and down. MACD is basically was basically very low, was showing a low volatility. So we were expecting this move, and now we got the crossover a couple of days ago on the 27th. So now we're gonna need to basically get this crossover down. Okay, we're gonna for the bears. Okay, they're gonna need to get the crossover down. 211 EMA holding very strong now on the 12-hour time frame. That's a good sign for the bullish setup. So now let's take a look at the 6-hour time frame. So 6-hour time frame looking slightly bearish. I like this setup on the 6-hour. That's one of the reasons I got out at 95.60 range. So we took a long just about this level of 93.50. Up to that level, I was like, okay, I'm out. Okay, I'm out. That's it. I'm gonna see if BTC gonna be able to break it, because I did not like what I see, especially on the lower degree. So we got this move. So we're gonna be looking for this move down for the short-term move, a retest of basically, you know, the 211 EMA on the 6-hour, which is just about like 93.20 to 93.50. So another 200 points drop for BTC is very probable within the next few hours, like this. All right. So you can see it better on the hourly time frame. You can see the structure I'm showing you on the lower degree. It's just about right there. That's the structure I'm showing you right now. You got this move, that move, right? And we're looking for this move. You got your 1 hour 100 EMA going to be approaching. I'm not sure if the 1 hour 100 EMA going to be able to support it for now, because sometimes on a bullish uptrend, most of the time with the 1 hour 100 EMA doesn't catch up. It tends to basically be lagging behind. So but let's see if we're going to be dropping fastly and basically before pumping. All right, so if we're going to get a double correction once again. All right, so that's the move. That's the move I'm looking for, at least for the short term. And if we get a support in this range, we're gonna still try to make the W again, a retest of the 96. All right, if it gets a breakout, like I said, 98 going to, I already showed you 98 on the higher time frame. This is a lower time frame, so you're gonna get like a lot of price action changes and stuff like that. Okay, so if you're gonna get this double move, that's what I'm expecting. If like we're just gonna get this simple ABC correction like this move right there, it could just go straight to 98 and get rejected. It is still valid. It is still a valid count to make this move. You know, this basically zigzag and basically push to the upside like this, right? That's also valid. But my bias, I'm going with this one. I'm going because it's the weekend. Okay, price gonna be moving sideways and stuff like that. Sideways correction. Your RSI is not, you know, I haven't seen a reset on the RSI yet, right? Especially on the hourly, I'm looking for a reset for the RSI, at least for the short term. This reset can give us a but I mean reset, a retest of this level, especially on the 45 minutes, a retest of this you know, 32 to 33 range, and then we're gonna complete the flat correction with the reset, and we can look for this move. Because you gotta remember, most of the time most people talk about flat correction, but I like a flat correction, right? When I get a flat correction, I like my basically RSI to basically retest the low, right? We get this uptrend, and then we get in a ABC correction, 1, 2, 3. I like my RSI to basically retest the low. Okay, you know, while you're getting your C wave correcting down, right, all the way down to your A wave, I want to see my RSI basically retesting this oversold territory. You see what I'm saying? So basically all you're doing is basically moving sideways. That's what people call like a support and resistance, if you want. Okay, so you basically going from, you know, resistance to support, you know, while your RSI is basically getting reset. Once you get once your RSI is, you know, got the reset, you know, got the reset, you can basically look for a stronger move to the upside. That's one of the reasons I got out right there. Okay, so hopefully it makes sense, right? Gold man, Sarge, gold man, silver man, gold man, Bitcoin man, all of them. So guys, let's take a look at the 15 minutes before we jump into Ethereum. So 15 minutes, it seems like we're getting a we jumping back above the 15 minutes 21 EMA. So price is still basically struggling, guys. You guys just gotta wait for the breakout, and we're already getting a triangle on the 15 minutes, 1-to-1 extension, to the downside, you can see like it is just about like 93.50. Okay, if you get this breakout to the downside, 93.50. So even like the even like the 15 minutes is telling you guys we about to get a high volatility within the next few. It could be like before the end of the live stream we could get this breakout. So upside breakout, right? Can see 9,700, right? Upside, right? If we get this breakout to the upside. AA ZILLIQA. I talked about ZILLIQA when ZILLIQA was like 60 sats, guys. So hopefully you bought ZILLIQA a long time ago, because I told you about ZILLIQA, you know, buy ZILLIQA a long time ago. So, but most people, they want to buy today, right? They want to buy like a June 1st, and by June 7th they want to 3x their money. Sometimes for alt, we're in a bear market. You gotta be able to hold alt at least sometime for 2 months to up to like even 4-6 months. Okay, so for you to 2 to 3x your money. Sometimes, you know, when volatility is high, you can buy it on the first, on the second you're already 100, you know, not 100x but 2x your money, right? So Tezos, Lady Gaga, Lady a lot. So 15 minutes, guys, we're about to get a breakout, so be ready if you're a trader. Most of you guys are pretty much traders, not like investors. Like most of my followers, they pretty much like following the market like on a day-to-day basis, which is like, you know, what I like. Most of the time for my public Telegram group, most of the people in there, they follow the market day to day. They're just not looking at the market like every 6 months or so. So if you're day trading, guys, or you swing trading, whatever you do, not financial advice, but you can anticipate a breakout within this range. Okay, so my bias once again is like this move. Okay, Lady Gaga. I mean lady a lot. That's what I meant to say. Patriots say upside. Yes, let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's take a look at the 5 minutes moon boy chart, right? So I don't see. Let's take a look at MACD 5 minutes. You already got a crossover on your MACD 5 minutes, so that's a good sign. But no divergence. Okay, you just got this high low. Okay, also got a, you know, lower high on the 5 minutes. 15 minutes MACD not looking that great on the 15 minutes. So it has been reset, so you just need this crossover. If you can get the crossover on the MACD 15 minutes, you could be looking for the, you know, breakout. But we've been getting this temptation like over time, but you can see like as soon as we got this move right there, just about right there, I was getting out. Even though like BC was about to get this crossover, I was like, nope, I don't think we're gonna get this crossover. So I understood what was going on. I basically got out. But because on the 15 minutes and hourly, on 45 minutes and hourly, we were about to get a crossover. So I favor the 45 minutes right there. That's one of the reasons I basically got out before it dumped down to the low 9,500. So pay attention to your basically not the 15 minutes, but your hourly and at least 45 minutes, right? So Lady Doom Boys. Okay, Lady Doom Boys. LTC. Let's talk about Ethereum, guys. So let's see. Look at this. Okay, you can see like the flat correction I'm talking about is actually playing out. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna need this support, right? If we get this support, you could be bullish at least for the short term. Look for this move afterward. Okay, so now let's dive into Ethereum. What is Ethereum doing? Morning. Oh, Ethereum, we're gonna start off with the weekly. So as you know, guys, Ethereum, I'm only interested in one moving average. Once again, 25 MA. It works well for Ethereum. So I was like, you know, 25 MA and 100 EMA. It kind of did me wrong, right? I was waiting for Ethereum to close above this line, I mean red line, right, on a weekly basis. But look at this, guys. Okay, look at it. It just engulfed, right? So let's see. Okay, I'm still looking for a long position for Ethereum. So let's wait for Ethereum to retest like a 218, right? If like we retest 218 and BTC doesn't sell off, we can basically go all the way up to almost a $300 range. Okay, 275 level. Okay, so but if you're bullish and you know you want to long it, you can long it. But if I'm expecting BTC to dump, I'm just gonna have to you know, be careful with Ethereum now. Okay, even though we're closing above 215, it is still looking good. Some of our guys in the premium group, they took the long before even the weekly candle closed, so that's pretty good. They took it at 220. Now it's 236, so that's you know, 20, almost like 15 points up, right? Which is pretty good. So now Ethereum, I don't have much to say until the weekly candle close. It is breaking out a bullish engulfing candle after a bull flag for almost 4 weeks. So let's see what type of moon structure it is going to give us next week. But I would like to see it come back and retest 215, right? Just about like a 215 to 218 range, okay, for any upside. Hey, what's up, Candrest? Okay, we're gonna talk about 88. So let's dive into the let's take a look at the daily time frame. So daily is very strong. One of the reasons why the daily is very strong is like we got the bullish crossover on the MACD after a breakout triangle. So as you guys remember, this triangle, I talk about it for Ethereum. Okay, we most likely gonna see a breakout within this within the next few days, right? So we got the breakout, MACD got the reset. Okay, RSI is looking great, right? But still making a higher low. That's only downside for Ethereum. So it is looking great for now. So, but would like to see a retest of the 218 to 215. I don't want to see an engulfing like a engulfing bearish candle back down to 215. I want to see it drop slowly, right? Either drop slowly or basically drop quickly, get bought up, and give us a reversal hammer candle. Then you know we can look for a a possible retest of to 275 to $300 range. Okay. So let's see, but as of now, it is looking great. If you're bullish on Ethereum, you got all the right to basically stay tuned with Ethereum till you see like some bearish setup. But this breakout after this triangle is not a good sign for the bears. So we got similar structure back then, but that was like a bearish setup back then, right there. That's a structure BTC is making right now. Okay, this structure right there for Ethereum. This structure we got right there, that's the same structure BTC is making right now. Okay, so and I was extremely bearish on on Ethereum back back in February. All right, and I was like, we're gonna drop all the way down to 150. We drop all the way down to 86. So let's see if BTC gonna print this structure. Let's compare BTC. All right, so you guys can see the two structure, right? All right, so that's the same exact type formation. The one to your right is basically a BTC. The one to your left is Ethereum a few months back. And I showed you these patterns, guys. They don't lie. Okay, they do not lie. All right. So if you draw it like this, you could say like, oh, we already retested the trend line. especially on a daily basis. But if you draw it on a lower time frame, you just have to basically draw it differently. Okay, if you draw it on basically 12 hours, you can see like we still got a chance to go up there. But if you draw it on a daily basis, you can squeeze it. Okay, it's not gonna hurt much. Okay, it's not gonna hurt much. All right, so if you're a doom boy, you could start shorting out and look for some doom analysis later on. Yeah, that'd be great if like we can get some index fund for alt and you know, BTC. So guys, let's go ahead and take a look at ADA. So we already talked about Ethereum. So Ethereum, we're just gonna take it very slow and wait for it to cool down. We got a resistance just about 250. So if you're looking for a short, probably if you know before the weekly candle close, Ethereum retest like a 245 to 250, that's going to be an absolute short opportunity. Okay, so not you, not Apple. So ADA BTC got the breakout, looking great. So let's see ADA BTC on a 3-day basis. So ADA, I've been looking for just about like 900 to 1100 range. So it is looking clean, and it could go much higher if BTC basically break out to the downside, like a drop down below 9K, and alt going up. ADA can definitely push a lot much higher. Let's take a look at it on a weekly basis. I don't see much of a chance for ADA going all the way up to 1100 as of now, but it got a potential on the weekly basis to retest like the weekly 100 EMA. So I don't see sign of bearishness, but I was expecting like sideways correction for ADA within this range, even though my target is like 900 to 1100 range. With BTC not looking so promising on the lower degree, I was expecting Ethereum, but I mean ADA basically to be moving sideways within this range. But we we can basically push up to this level of 100 EMA on a weekly basis. If you'd like to swing trade it, that's a good opportunity to just wait, not do anything, and wait for bearish sign. But 3-day, we already got the move above the 100 EMA on the 3-day chart, so that's good. Okay, so it is just a hold, not to do anything versus BTC. Long and hey, what's up, cybersecurity? So let's take a look at basically a Litecoin. Litecoin pretty much similar to EOS. A good close above the daily 21 EMA, so that's a good sign for Litecoin right now. Our resistance level going to be 55 being like very constant for Litecoin. Okay, that's a 3-day 21 EMA. On the weekly basis, it could be it is much higher. It is like $60. So but if you just like, if you're not comfortable with Litecoin pushing this much, you just wait for it to close above like a 48. That'll be better. You trade it like on a weekly basis and you target like 60, 61 or so on. Okay, which is like support and resistance. I'm not even using like exact numbers, but I'm just using these moving averages. You could look for on the weekly basis $60. If you want to, if you're pretty much very aggressive, you can look at it on a 3-day basis, already above the 21 EMA. But the 3-day gonna close like in 2 days almost. So either you suck it up right now and buy and just put a stop loss below these two candles right there, right? And suck it up, put a stop loss right there, and target your basically 55 level. All right, but at least for the short term, it is better to wait for the weekly to be able to close above the weekly 201 EMA, and then you can even look for, you know, $60 up to like a $80 range. Okay, but $80 is going to be very aggressive. But first thing first, weekly 100 EMA going to be $60 if we can close above 48. All right, on the weekly basis, which is just, you know, just about like 6% push. Okay, so hey, what's up, Cyber? Hey, what's up, Muhammad? Ethereum going to the moon. Yeah, Ethereum is mooning. So let's see. Okay, I'm not saying it's gonna go to 245, but if like we hit 245 before the weekly candle close, that's going to be a nice short opportunity, right? So let's take a look at Nano. Nano is doing absolutely great. Okay, so the thing is, it's doing great on its own, but it's not doing great versus BTC. So that's the thing. So Nano, my target was like 11,000 versus BTC. It is just retesting the previous high. It could go all the way up to $1. So Nano is still a good hold, right? It is still a good hold all the way up to just about like a $1.10 range. Okay, $1.10 range. We don't have 100 EMA on Nano on Binance, so I just have to rely on the 3-day chart. We already got a close above the 100 EMA on the 3-day chart, which was like a previous resistance. So, but Nano BTC wasn't doing that great. Let's take a look at Nano BTC. So Nano BTC, you can see like I talked about it last time. We said like we're gonna be looking for sideways correction. So volume is decreasing, price is decreasing. So Nano is looking great. Okay, it is looking very, very good. It is a good buy. Okay, especially at low 900. We talk about Nano, buy Nano in this around this trend line, just about like 700 to 600, not 700, but 6,000 to 7,000 was a good level to be buying Nano. Okay, accumulate and then sell at show 100 EMA on the 3-day basis. That was pretty easy, guys. Pretty easy. And this is almost like we talk about it in my basically public and premium group, both of them, since like February. The first week of February, you know, I recommended buy Nano in this range. Okay, 900 to 1100. I mean, sell at 1100, but buy at basically 700 to 600, right? So another coin, guys, I'm gonna give you as a tip today is going to be WANCHAIN. It's not doing great, right? But if you're looking to hold it like for a good 3 to 4 months, just like I gave a target for Nano since like February, WANCHAIN could be doing very, very, very good. Okay, very good. Okay, I don't expect it to break out next month or this month, but I'm expecting a breakout from WANCHAIN. Okay, looking at this structure, so buy range for WANCHAIN going to be on this trend line. You want to buy whenever it dips right there. Not financial advice, right? So dip anywhere around this level of just about let's see, 1500s. Okay, if like we get another dip down to 1500 to like 1200, it is going to be accumulative. All right, very, very accumulative. It might not be the next coin, it might not be one of the coins to be pumping this month, but if you're looking for like, let's say July, August, September, it could be pumping. Okay, very accumulative, just like Nano. And then we're going to be looking for the weekly 100 EMA. Okay, it doesn't have a weekly 100 EMA. Let's take a look at 5-day. Okay, the 5-day 100 EMA, it is almost like almost 7,000, almost 7,000, guys, almost 7,000. So that's that. It is going to be a big breakout. All right, a very big breakout. That's almost 7x, guys. So let's see. Hey, what's up, June? June exit. June MD. Hey, what's up, Verge? Be aware, Moon Boys. So verse 36 just says, be cautious, Moon Boys. BTC might be dumping all the way down to 5,500 to 6,700. It could go even lower. I think you're being a very cautious on your prediction, which is good. So which is very good. Be cautious, all right? But you're right. Okay, so let's take a look at this coin, EOS BTC. EOS, you guys know, we broke the 0.618 versus BTC, so we basically saying we're going to be retesting like a 22,000 level for EOS, right? 2,000, not just about 20,000. Okay, right there. 20,000, not 2,000. 2,000 be like XRP. So EOS, we're looking for a retest of a 2,000 level. We already broke a 0.618 on the macro scale, and we talked about this long time ago when EOS was almost 5,000 back in February. We said you know, we could be double bottoming and retest this low. So what are we looking for? We're looking for a 5-wave move down. 5 waves move down. We got 1, 2. That's third wave, 3, and then we're gonna look for this move down, a push back up, a retest before we can even look for any further move to the upside, right? So at least for the short term, that's what we anticipating for basically you know, for EOS at least for the short term, right? So as you can see on the macro scale, it is still making this move itself seems to be corrected, but at the same time you can see like we're getting 1, 2, 3. That's 4 and 5 wave down. Okay, you can definitely look for another basically almost 30% drop versus BTC. So which is not, let's see, double check again. Yep, almost 30% drop, 27% to retest to 20,000 level. Okay, it's at 28,000 right now. Hey, what's up, Gupta? We can fill the gap. Okay, we definitely can fill the gap, but we also got a gap at 35.70. I talked about that gap like last year, like you know, October, I think September, something like that. We got a gap at 35.70. We're gonna talk about ZILLIQA. So let me take a look at, hey, Yunus. I don't know what COV is. You mean civic? I never heard of this coin. It's on KuCoin. Let's take a look at 3-day. I mean, it's not looking bad. It is basically, you know, you pump above your 21 EMA on your 3-day chart. Nice sideways correction, push to the upside, retest, pump. So engulfing 3-day candle, just give it some time to react, give you some bull flag. Never heard of it, COV, right? So I don't know what it is. I don't know what they do. So look for this move just like a nano. So it could be moving sideways for the next few days, at least for the short term. Weekly basis doesn't give you too much information besides like a bullishness. 21 EMA on the weekly looking great. So if you can hold it long enough, you can try to retest, you know, your weekly 100 EMA, almost like what, 4,400, something like that, 4,200. 4,700 weekly 100 EMA. Okay, seems like I can read 4,700. We got a gap at 500. I didn't know that. Let's take a look at ZILLIQA, guys. ZILLIQA, talk about it when ZILLIQA was 60 sats. I said it multiple times. Like ZILLIQA was very accumulative, like a XLM. I talked about XLM a few weeks back, and I was like, XLM was looking very, very accumulative. ZILLIQA, when ZILLIQA was right there, you know, people are like, oh, it's dumping, blah blah. Like, just accumulate ZILLIQA. Very, very accumulative, very good support. I'm looking for, you know, a push all the way up to these levels. Okay, so I give a signal of ZILLIQA a long time ago. 60 sats, guys, 65 sats. That was like first week of February. Okay, I was like, ZILLIQA right there. Okay, buy. Even though we did not close. Okay, you can see like we bought it right there, but it dumped down. I just was like, okay, you know, I understand what's going on. I understand it can take forever for this alt to pump, but when they pump, guys, you're gonna be happy, right? Right now it's 140. Our target was like up to 145, and you know, we already pumped all the way up to like a 160. Okay, so already pumped. So, but give it some few weeks, couple more weeks to try to get to like a $240 to $300 range. Okay, not $300, but 300 sats. I don't know, it seems like it wants to fill 12k first. Raven, I talked about Raven dipping down, RVN. I don't talk about it much, but I talk about it dipping down. I remember, I think it was like back in February also, I was like, I think it was right there. Okay, no, right there. Yeah, right here. And I was like, okay, we're gonna retest this boundary right there. So it is very aggressive to buy now below the 21, the weekly 21 EMA. Let's see on a 3-day basis. 3-day basis, you could wait for it to pump above this 21 EMA, which is currently at 230, and then you could start accumulating and look forward to pump back up. All right, so but as of now, it is moving in a nice channel, so it is a good time to be accumulating and just be patient. Everything else is pumping, so you might be very it might be very aggravating to buy something that is not pumping, right? But when it pumps, it's gonna pump nice, just like Nano. Okay, so it is a good time to be accumulating. Don't buy when it, you know, when it pump like above this 3-day 100 EMA, which is like almost 330, and then you're gonna be like, oh, let's buy it. But it is very accumulated. It could take forever to pump, right? Because you don't know how long it's gonna be following this trend line. That's only bad sign, right? That's the only bad thing. It's not bad though. It just has to move start moving sideways first, just like ZILLIQA. If like we can get this linear directional move like this, horizontal move, it's gonna be nice. And it could take forever. It could take like up to December to get that, right? We just don't know, but it could take up to December to start doing this, and then pump like a January 2021. So you just have to be very patient. Just accumulate. Hey guys, make sure to basically hit the likes. If you haven't joined my premium group, make sure to do so. If you haven't joined my public Telegram group, link in the description. If you don't have the link, I'm gonna give you, hey, what's up, boss? Great. Got paid using buying 88. Hey, make sure to join the Telegram group or upgrade to my premium group. Link in the description. Also the link in the chat room, I just sent it, right? So somebody want to talk about it's IOTA BTC. I think I talked about IOTA last time, right? Thanks a lot, Buzz. A and B, I talked about it last time back in February when it was like, I was pretty high when I talked about it. Now it's basically struggling below like 120. So we could definitely get a close up. We already got a close above the 21 EMA on the 3-day chart. So it is starting to look good again, okay? It is starting to look good. So you just have to be very, very patient with it. It can still come back down to the low 74. But if it does, after the next BTC dump, it's going to be a good buy, okay? The next bit, because gotta remember, when BTC dump alt, most of the time they dump, but some of the alt they pump. So it could be one of the next coin to be accumulating on the next, you know, if it dips down to a 70, low 70 sats to 80 sats, okay? Volume looking great for AMB. Right, so we got a long way to go. So it could take for a very long time, but we got a long way to go, all the way up to 500 sats again. All right, so current price 400, I mean 100, we could go all the way up to 400 to 500, which is like another 4 to 5x move within the next few months. So I don't think BTC gonna 5x, so but these alt, most of them, they're gonna 4 to 5x within the next few months. Dogecoin. So XRP, I don't think, let's see XRP, King XRP. So XRP not doing much. So let's see. I just don't like when XRP and EOS not doing much. It just makes me very, very bearish for BTC. Just like how I was very bearish for for BTC like back in February, March. I was very bearish on BTC like first week of March. I was like BTC gonna capitulate all the way down to 42 because XRP already gave us the print, okay, the blueprint. XRP already gave us a 1 month of a signal BTC going to be dropping. As you can see, you know, almost like 4 weeks, 5 weeks of a sideways correction, not looking very strong. So I wouldn't be too bullish on XRP, guys, until we just go, break above like a 21 cents, at least 21 cents. Then I can be bullish. But as of now, a retest of this down to even 15 cents is very, very probable. So XRP need to go above 21 cents for me to see any bullishness in XRP. So let's take a look at EOS. So guys, the tip of the day is basically WANCHAIN. If you haven't seen that that part, make sure to rewind it so you can watch it. WANCHAIN is a buy of the next few weeks, right? Let's take a look at EOS USD. We talked about EOS BTC already. So EOS BTC struggling to also break above the 21 EMA on a weekly basis. So let's see if EOS can basically pump above the 21 EMA just by 285. So then you can be a moon boy. But beside that, it is just bear flagging. It might be saying see ya, bye bye. So and then we could be looking for this move. But if you go above this level of 21 cent, 21 EMA 285 level, I'm gonna update you guys, especially the premium group. All right. Hey, what's up, Gizmo 99? So guys, I think we talked about all the coins, the major coins. I'm just about to call it a day. Somebody want to talk about Dogecoin? Yeah, I think we talked about Dogecoin for a possible rejection. I mean, resistance level is just about this level of 251. So let's see if Doge can pump high. It is one of the few coins basically that pump like above the weekly 100 EMA. So that's a blueprint, okay? So that's a blueprint for most alt to pump above the weekly 100 EMA. So if you're holding ZILLIQA, you could wait for ZILLIQA to retest like April 2019 high. So you can see like a Doge went all the way up to like March 2019. So only very few coins went back up to the April 1st. You guys remember April 1st was very, very important. Okay, April 1st 2019. Okay, not 2020, but April 1st 2019, that's when BTC pumped. And what happened when BTC pumped back then? All the alt guys basically dump, all of them, okay, regardless which alt you, I think even like Chainlink dumped, right? So you can see like it just retraced back up to the same level it started dumping on April 1st. So if you use the same blueprint, right, you can see, let's say a random coin AMB. You can see AMB on April 1st actually started dumping before April 1st, right? But right there, just about this week, okay, week of April 1st. So if we're gonna be pumping back up to that level, you can see that's another 10x move, guys. So you see another 1200% move just to go back up like 13-month high. You know, it's just about 14-15 month high. It is going to 10x. All right, so let's keep that in mind, right? So let's go back to Doge. So Doge did a nice almost 5x. Okay, I know a good 5x, almost like, you can see like it did a beautiful like a 15x, like 20x move from the absolute bottom. Okay, so the bottom was like August 5th 2019 all the way up to like the April 1st retest last year. That's a 20x move. That's a 20x move. So can AMB do a 20x move? I don't think it will. I mean, not anytime, right? But it can do it can definitely do a 10x. That's the same move actually. That's the same exact move, right? It's the same exact. No, that's a weekly 100 EMA. That's going to be a 12x move, not a 20, not 20x, but 10x move, right? So, oh, that's DGB Doge. Let's see, DGB Dogecoin. Yeah, I was looking at Digibyte BTC. That's Digibyte. Yeah, but the concept is like the blueprint, being able to go back up, because like I said, the 3-day 21 EMA is very, very important. And most alt, right, even if they basically pump above if they pump above the 3-day 21 EMA, you can see like they're going to be a nice hold. Okay, nice hold. So let's take a look at Doge. So Doge still struggling. I don't see any move for Doge right now. You could be looking for a retest of this, just about like a 17 sats again, all the way up to like a 20 sats, 17 to 20 sats. I don't like the way it is moving now. It hasn't been moving sideways long enough. Okay, hasn't been moving sideways long enough. But let's see if Dogecoin can basically the volatility is very low, volume is very low, so I mean it's been moving like almost over 9 months since like September, so it's just the volatility is low. So but we could be definitely looking for like a 15 to 17 sats retest of the 2017 low. That's very probable. Okay, yeah, Digibyte already pumped a lot. I'm not saying to buy it, but I'm just giving you like a blueprint, all right, why you know, it is very good to pay attention to that. You can see like even basically this coin AION hasn't pumped much, because we talk about AION when AION was right there. Okay, I was talking about AION like the first week of January, February. I was like, buy AION. AION pumped, right? So it still got a chance. I mean, I'm still waiting for a retest, right, of this level for AION. Okay, so we can look for another retest of just about 600 to 700 sats to accumulate AION again. So I don't think AION is a good buy as of now. All right. No, I haven't heard about a daddy. I think I heard of that coin daddy like back in ICO back in 2017, but daddy, no, I don't see any coin named daddy, but I think I heard something that sound like daddy back in 2017. All right, let me go back and take a look at that BTC before I call it a day. It is still moving just about 95.30 range. Let's go back to the Moon Boy analysis, 5-day chart. I mean 5 minutes chart. Yeah, not looking good on the 5 minutes. So not looking good. It is a bear flag. Got your drop. Got a bear flag. So retest came back and that retest. So that's what we're looking for. So let's look for this retest of at least a 94 level for a possible support, temporary support. MTH. Moneta. Low volume. Let's looks good to me. Looks good to me. It's above 3-day 21 EMA. Just gotta hold it. Give it a shot. No. Give it a shot. Try to break this trend line first, you know, and then you're gonna be more confident of further move to the upside. All right. So upside target still 100 EMA on your 3-day chart, almost like 149. So you're looking at another almost like 90% move. Okay, you know, 80 to 90% move if like we pump to the 100 EMA on the 3-day. So it looks good to me. Right. So 80% move. Not sure if if like it is going to be able to do it in 1 day, but over time, you know, you just have to accumulate within this range, right? Just hold it. If you've been accumulating all the way down to you know, 50 sats, you got to be able to hold it all the way up to 150. Nadine. We already talked about Cardano. Nadine. Vet. So VChain, I talk about it when VChain, you gotta remember when VChain pumped. Oh, the sucker pumped back up 3 days ago. Didn't even realize it. It's on Bitrack. But when VET pumped like to like 115, something like that, let's see. VET like these crazy pumps, man. Let's take a look at it on Binance. Bitrack's be giving us some crazy pump. When VET was right there, 100 sats, you know, I was like, man, let's look for a retest of 37, right? 36 to 37 level, because that's the most, you know, that's the most recent low, right? You can see that we retested it, so that's a good sign, at least for the short term. But this move seems to me very corrective. So if you did not buy the retest at 45, it might not be a good time to be buying. So you might want to still wait for the low 35 again. Okay, this level now. But we talk about VET when I was giving my altcoin update back in February. I did not choose VET because VET was too high for me. It was right there, and I was like, I'm not gonna pick any of these coins. Just about the 50% pullback. I want to see the coins I'm going to be picking to retest their low. So VET did. If you picked it up at 35, 37 level, you might want to start like looking to sell and look for another 35 to 37 sats. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I'm just gonna call it a day. I'm gonna give you guys a short update later on. Today we're most likely gonna get high volatility, so I'm gonna give you guys another update. All right, guys, thanks a lot, man. Don't forget to hit the likes if you haven't done so, guys, and make sure to hit the notification at the same time so you can get my updates. Join my premium group. In 1 week you can you know, you're gonna be able to basically pay your fees and you know, get the insight, get the you know, targets, updates, live updates, you know, altcoin update, BTC, Ethereum, EOS, XRP, and you know, and other alt. Okay, all right, guys, thanks a lot for watching.